OLEKSIY ANTIPOV came to the exhibition in Kharkiv Historical Museum dedicated to the memory of his fellow comrade Markian Poslavsky, who was killed in the Battle of Ilovaisk in August of 2014.
This picture was taken in the city of Popasna. Yes, this is Popasna on an average photo. Of course, I recognize other fellow comrades. I'm glad that most of guys on these photos are alive.
Battle of Ilovaisk began for volunteer OLEKSIY ANTIPOV on August the 16th, 7 years ago. The Donbass battalion was given a task to clean up the city seized by illegal armed groups in 2 days. He remembers how they left for a mission in a good mood. There was a long-awaited rotation ahead. However, the situation changed dramatically when they realized that they were surrounded. OLEKSIY recalls how on August 29th, every fifth fellow comrade was killed in the so-called corridor of death.
Here is the road. They shot us like in the shooting range, as long as we walked in an ordinary column.
Once they were encircled together with his fellow comrades, Antipov decided that they would not surrender. After they were held captive by illegal armed groups, they got to the basement of the seized state security building in the city of Donetsk that was already not controlled by Ukraine. The first months there, they were regularly beaten and starved. OLEKSIY tried to think about the future, not to go mad.
To make it easier to endure extreme conditions, including tortures by hunger that was perceived worst of all, I tried to think about what I will do tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, when I'm released from captivity. I tried to make my plans for a month, 6 months in advance.
Then, in August of 2014, 366 servicemen were killed near the city of Ilovaisk. 429 were injured, another 300 were held captive. All of them could have returned from the encirclement alive if the Green Corridor Agreement was not violated. Later, this tragedy will be called the Ilovaisk Pocket. The investigation into the causes and circumstances of those events has not yet been completed, although the Office of the Prosecutor General has already named violations on the part of the Ukrainian command. Among the main ones are reconnaissance data on the number of the enemy, changes in the operational situation and oversights in the preparation of plans for the operation were not taken into account.
So far, a large number of materials has been collected, about 300 volumes, 70 of which are classified. These are case materials. To date, Prosecutor General Irina Venediktova advocates for the military to declassify the remaining volumes. In addition, last year, a number of suspicions were handed over, and the facts and accusations of Russian military generals who gave the orders to shoot our military were revealed.
According to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, after the tragic events of the summer of 2014, many conclusions were drawn, and now the Ukrainian army is better prepared and equipped. They are ready to repel any offensive.
Present, the armed forces of Ukraine are working out plans and tasks that can prevent this for sure. Moreover, do not forget that we have plans and programs that allow us to build up the army's combat capability in the shortest terms possible. I mean both numerically and qualitatively, which mean ensure the fulfillment of tasks like repelling large-scale aggression.
OLEKSIY was released on the night of December 27, 2014 as part of the first detainees exchange. Together with him, 149 people were at large, 80 volunteers and 69 servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. After everything he had experienced, OLEKSIY created an association to help and support relatives of servicemen fallen near Ilovaisk. According to the Minister of Veterans Affairs of Ukraine, the importance of support and rehabilitation of the military who returned to peaceful life is already managed at the state level.
According to statistics, it is on the 8th year of war that people who have already returned face an increased level of psychological tension. The same is about post-traumatic stress disorder. Unfortunately, suicides are also frequent during this period. The biggest peak is observed between 7th and 8th years of war. Therefore, of course, the system of psychological rehabilitation has to be expanded.
According to YULIA LAPUTINA, a project of a multifunctional rehabilitation center for combatants is already elaborated. Until the end of this year, the Ministry for Veterans Affairs plans to complete negotiations with foreign partners, and as a result, they will select specialists and premises for the center. Reported by Vadim Kramer and Natalia Bilokudra, UATV News.